So his homeboy in the other video, one of my earlier videos, said, if that was a white man, we would do the exact same thing. You would get shot. I mean, we all know that's BS. And it's just complete confirmation bias. He's just assuming things there's no way he could know. But from knowing the reality of how many things actually go, we know that's not what happens. That's not what happens. And here's a prime example of that not happening. Let's see how many times this guy doesn't comply and also is the aggressor. Let's see. Now, I'm not saying that this policeman, for whatever reason he stopped this man for, is justified in pulling a weapon on him. That's the difference between me and conservatives. That's the difference between a lot of educated people and conservatives and like people who just love police, blindly support them. I'm not saying the officer's in the right, but it doesn't mean that there is no difference in the way these men are treated, because there is. But let's see.
Making it worse. He's not black. Kids in the car?
So we'll stop it there. I mean, come on. Like, this is worse, really, because now he threatened the life of the police officer. Not only did he threaten the police officer, he threw his ID on the ground, and he insulted him because he pulled a gun out on him in front of his family. Like I said, I don't actually agree with the way the cop handled the situation, but we're not going to act as if there isn't a difference here. And this is a great time to touch on the topic of white privilege. That man has a privilege because of his skin color. That officer would have shot that man had he been black. And as soon as he stepped towards that vehicle and went into that vehicle, been the same situation Jacob Blake. That man was afforded rights and privileges that many other people would only hope and dream to have. Now, like I said, even though that guy was completely belligerent, he didn't pose a lethal threat at all. He had no weapons. He didn't attack the officer. He didn't approach the officer. Well, a little bit he did. Like, not much, but, he threatened the officer's life. I mean, I think that is against the law. But other than that, clearly a much different reality for that white man in front of his children and wife than a black man. Anyone acting or saying differently, it's just completely lying and disingenuous, as they usually are anyway. They already are. But case in point, this video literally shows the difference. Comply if you're black. Shoot first, ask questions later. But as majority of the black community knows, this is nothing new. It's just an argument between people who are uneducated, unwilling, okay with their racial bias. And when I say white privilege, I know that like offends a lot of people, but But stop taking it so personally. Okay, admit you have white privilege. It's a thing, it exists. Doesn't mean get down on yourself. It doesn't mean you're the problem for the world's problem. You're not the world's problems. You know what I mean? Now, I know you interpret it that way because your baby brain can't handle much more information than what's given to you. You're reactionary. You just react without thinking half the time anyway. You attach yourself to your skin color so much that once someone speaks on it, oh, well, it's defend it. It's like, that's not what this is. But, again, another day in America. And another day for a white man to get away with a lot more than a black man can. It's unfortunate. It's annoying. But that's the reality we have already known. This is nothing new. Thank you guys for watching. Come back, like, subscribe, share. I'll be back next time.